I want to first of all take this opportunity to thank everyone for covering this very important issue that's affecting the lives of dozens and dozens of people that live inside my district and outside my district. Over a year and a half ago, I started getting visited by some of my constituents claiming that a company called BUYERSNET Real Estate Corp., a division of the Tile Group companies, located right here behind us in this building, had promised them a sweet deal. They promised them a deal that they couldn't turn down. They promised them, they made them an offer they couldn't refuse. They had promised them a predictable growth of 12% interest annual return on their investment in a program called Guaranteed Interest Option Plan, or GEO. Now, BUYERSNET has numerous investment programs at their disposal. First, there is what they call RELAP, the Real Estate Layaway Program, where the first thing you need is no minimum participation, no minimum payment down. Your investment grows at its own pace. It can upgrade up to a GEO upon reaching $500 in the layaway program, and you receive expert advice until home ownership is achieved. Then there's the second program, which is called the GEO, the Guaranteed Interest Option Plan, where one gets predictable growth, receives a 12% annual return on participation as long as they have their money with BUYERSNET, cancels without any penalties, and you need a minimum participation of $500 for this. Finally, there's the AI program, or the Active Investors Program, where one receives faster growth, shares proportional profits, learns to do it independently. You can cancel without penalty, and there's a minimum investment of $50,000. Now, one hears all of this, and you wonder, what's the problem here? The concept seems simple enough. One invests, let's say, a minimum of $500, and not only one gets a 12% annual percentage rate back, which, by the way, is an unheard of investment return in this economy, but one also gets a pathway to home ownership, which is the American dream, what many of us want to achieve. But here's the problem. One by one of these constituents came to my office, they began experiencing the same thing. And that was that one by one, when they started asking for their hard-earned money back, or a portion of their money back, they would receive a valid check or a bond-like certificate that was immediately issued. And once that was done, BUYERSNET, which is a subsidiary of the other groups, All Source Real Estate, BuildersNet, and other companies that are right behind us today, BUYERSNET would ask them for referrals. Well, you know what? Now that you've received a portion of your money back, why don't you invest more money with us? Why don't you get more people to invest with us? And that's how they started scamming, or potentially scamming, these individuals that are with us today. And what ended up happening was that the next time that they wanted to get a portion of their money back, now BUYERSNET was completely unavailable. Now BUYERSNET would not return phone calls. Now BUYERSNET would not set up meetings. Now BUYERSNET would give them a check that would bounce. And slowly but surely, they started to distance themselves from these people. And in fact, they just recently sent them a contract saying, we need you to sign off on a dotted line because we won't be able to return your investment until October of 2009 due to the bad economic times. Now, in a time of tough economic hardship, at a time when the federal government is bailing out Wall Street and the banking industry due to this subprime mortgage crisis, we're here today to warn the people of Main Street, to warn the people here in the community. Buyers beware. Beware of this company called BUYERSNET and any of its affiliated companies. Because here with me today are dozens of victims that have fallen to this potential scheme. And they have lost over $290,000. And the only thing that they want today is their money back. So today we call upon BUYERSNET to show us the money. Give us back this money. And to give these people their money back. And they don't want it a month from now. They don't want it a year from now. They want it now. We're also calling upon the Attorney General's office, Andrew Cuomo, and the District Attorney's office here, Richard Brown in Queens, to start investigating this. We've already sent them a letter as of May so that they can investigate this issue. Take a look around, folks. These are people from various communities, various backgrounds, and what many of these individuals have in common is that many of them are immigrants, that many of them are Latino. So we're not here today just to denounce BUYERSNET or to call for an investigation, but we're also here to let the community know that buyers beware. Beware of BUYERSNET. Because even though there's a company like BUYERSNET that have Latinos that work for them, or people that speak Spanish or a different language, or speak your language, that doesn't necessarily mean that they have your best interest in mind.